Ben, happy Tuesday, June 30th.
June 30th, almost to July, 4th of July.
Yeah, we're on a Tuesday again. We're kind of getting bad at this Monday thing.
Yeah, we should just switch it to Tuesday.
Yeah, but I don't know if this week, this one wasn't necessarily our
Right.
fault. Kind of was, kind of wasn't.
Right.
But it's easier to push the blame off on this one here.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
anyways, we're back. We made it. And yeah, hard to believe that 6 months of the year is like gone.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go?
I know.
I don't know. How's the first half of your year going? Are you feeling optimistic about this year, 2026?
Yeah, I feel like really good about it, but there's always that point in the year where you're always like, well, I could have done more. I'm sure you have the same feeling of like, I'm at a certain amount of flips or you've reached certain goals, but you're like, man, like it'd be kind of nice to go to the next level and hit that too. So
I think that's just natural human behavior is always
sure.
wanting more, always wanting bigger, always doing better. And I don't think that we shouldn't set goals and that we shouldn't strive for more. But I'm trying to be semi-realistic this year. And so I would say with the goals that I set at the beginning of the year, I'm definitely over halfway there. So obviously I'm a little more optimistic about it than if I wasn't. But I think even if I wasn't halfway to where I wanted to be, I would still be like, okay, I can do it. We can get there. The number of flips this year is definitely on pace. I mean, we're buying another one this week from you, actually. Shout out Ben for the hookup here. So this will put us, is it 7, 8? Number 7 or number 8. I can't even remember here. But that is halfway to the 15 mark. Yep. So I am feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic.
You're right on track.
Yeah. How about your sales? Are you thinking,
what
was your number?
I honestly didn't have like a hard number. I get so caught up in like if I reach number, because if I'm going past it, then I'm like, oh, I should change my number. My number should have been bigger. But if I'm not there, then I'm disappointed. So yeah, honestly, my goals are just kind of all over the place right now. I'm just always like trying to do more, which, like you said, I think it's good. But then you got to try to be grateful every once in a while too, and be like, okay, I'm actually doing 10 times better than last year. So,
well, I am looking forward to the end of the year recap when we get to December. We'll have a lot to talk about then.
That'll be fun.
So talking about the end of June.
Yes.
Lots of fun stuff going on. Local, state, regional here. You were at Mcquades this weekend. Give us a little rundown. How the heck did that go?
That was my first year at Mcquades. I had never done it. I had a group of friends that have always done it for like the last 5 to 10 years, and it was pretty wild. I don't know if you've ever gone, like, have you been to some softball tournaments before?
I've been to local softball. I've never been to anything out of town, but I've heard Mcquades is kind of like huge. The softball of softballs.
Yeah, it's huge. They have 4 different complexes that you play at because they have so many teams there. So it's not just one area. You are just spread out throughout the whole city of the Bismarck-Mandan area. A lot of drunk people. Yeah, there's a lot of drunk people. The softball community is a very interesting group.
How many teams would you say participated in this?
Oh my gosh, hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yeah, I would say hundreds. Yeah.
Wow. How many different divisions did they have?
That's a good question. I'm not sure exactly how many divisions. I want to say maybe 5 to 10, something like that.
Did you at least know what division you guys were in? Like on a scale of if there was 10 divisions, 1 is the best, 10 is guys like me playing.
Sure.
Where did your team rank?
I think we're like, we'll just say like Rec 1 is the top. These are like ex-college baseball players. We're like 3 steps below it. Like we're just average Joe type players.
Ex-college baseball players?
There was a team there, a few teams that a bunch of ex-college baseball players, and they're just making diving catches. They're hitting home runs out of the park. It just ridiculous.
What is this, the Family Wellness Basketball League?
It's ridiculous, dude. There's some hard goers out there.
Wow. So how did you guys end up placing then?
We did okay. I think like in our division we got like sixth place.
Sure.
Something like that out of like maybe 20 teams, 15 or 20 teams. So not bad.
So from a couple guys who are always getting blasted about being from the East, what did you think of being over in the West? Tell me a little bit of the experience. Did you guys go out? Did you stay local? I mean, give us a little rundown.
We went out Saturday night and we went down to like the downtown Bismarck area, and it was pretty fun. They've got a lot of like rooftop bars, which was really cool. So I thought that was a lot of fun.
Rooftop,
Yeah,
really?
they've got a couple like rooftop bars. It's like a totally different vibe than downtown Fargo. I was really impressed with it actually.
Was it like walking distance, like on Broadway here? Could you like walk to Hop, or did you guys have to
Yeah.
Uber?
Yeah, everything was pretty close to each other, and the nice thing was the hotels were just down the block from it. So that
Nice.
was really nice. That's where I get kind of jealous that Fargo doesn't have like a lot of hotels near the downtown area. They obviously have, what is it, the Jasper Hotel there.
Yep,
But that's kind
Jasper.
of a like a higher end where we were just staying at like the Country Inn and Suites, you know, and it's like within walking distance of all the bars, which is really fun. So I thought it was
Sure.
fun.
You were looking for that we drink Bush Light in the hotel room type area.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what we did. And yeah, it started storming really bad. There was maybe thinking there were some tornadoes coming. We were out at the outdoor bar where they had like a whole street dance going on. And I had bought my ticket. It was like $40 of an entry fee to get in. I bought my ticket. As soon as I walk in, boom, thunder, lightning, bands canceled. And I'm just sitting there with my $40 wristband, like, what the hell? I just bought $40 for
No
nothing.
refunds, nothing,
No
obviously.
refunds. Just got the hell out of there. Like, damn it, dude.
You know, that sounds like a typical drinking softball weekend.
Yeah.
But at least, I mean, sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's cool to see all the people come out, all the parents and children are all out there playing softball. So it was cool. I think I'd like to go back.
Well, kind of an interesting weekend to have a softball tournament because on the eastern side of the state, we had the Banana Ball, which was
Yeah.
awesome. It lived up, in my opinion, to all of the hype and the anticipation that I had seen online. So I didn't really know anything about the Savannah Bananas until probably like last year, 12, 16 months ago. They started kind of just seeing clips, and I even saw ESPN had started picking up talking about stories of those guys. And so when they said they were coming to Fargo, I was all excited about it. My stupid head thought it was the actual Savannah Bananas. I didn't realize they actually had a league of teams.
Mm.
So it's kind of like the Savannah Bananas are the quote unquote like the most popular ones that everybody knows, but they have teams in the league that they play that do basically the same thing the Bananas do. They have the dance routines. They all play by the same rules. It's just a whole different type of experience. One of the things I love the most about it, and this is coming from a guy who probably just has a lot of brain rot and can't really hold your attention span very long. The game is very fast paced. It's always moving. They set a 2-hour clock and they put it up in the scoreboard on the corner. So during the whole game, you know exactly how much time is left. You go, okay, it's counting down. The clock does not stop. Doesn't matter if they're hitting, doesn't matter if there's an out, doesn't matter in between innings. That clock is running. So you're watching and people are dancing, the fans are involved. If they hit a ball, like a foul ball and a fan catches it, it's technically still in play. It's just very engaging for everyone that's there. I've never seen so many excited 10 and 12-year-olds that like brought their gloves. I mean, just yelling, excited, and the music was playing. And yeah, it was more of a show than I think it was actually playing baseball, which I want to say I wasn't necessarily expecting that, but I was kind of like pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, this is fun for everyone.
Yeah, usually baseball is like the most boring sport. At least in my eyes, I've always thought baseball is the most boring sport of all time. So that's cool that they actually have like flipped it and they're selling out stadiums for baseball. Like that's pretty rare.
Well, I think baseball, like MLB, actually got so boring that they had to like change the rules. They added like the pitch clock.
Pitch clock, yeah.
Yeah, something to kind of help turn it from that 4-hour dragging out to say, let's do the 2 hours. 2 hours is a very nice time for, families to be there with kids. That's a manageable amount of time to control that type of atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like did you ever go to like the Harlem Globetrotters as a kid?
I did.
Something like that. Is it kind of along the same lines of like it's like a league, but they're not actually playing competitively. Like it is all scripted to a point. And
I would say very similar to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't think it really mattered like who won at
Sure.
the end. I don't know if they even like have a league. I mean, I'm assuming they have a league record.
Sure.
But yeah, it was more of just about the show. And then as you were leaving the stadium, they had like a live band outside that was playing. It was kind of called a post party. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so fun. I mean, it was literally from an hour before the game started. They have bands playing. They have merchandise. They have players in the parking lot, like taking pictures, shaking hands, like doing everything to the 2-hour show to as you're walking out, you're getting the post-party vibes. So they really just checked off all the boxes. I would say it was a great deal for Fargo. I wouldn't be surprised if they're back at some point.
And it sold out.
Oh, completely
Completely
sold out. I mean, there wasn't an empty seat in that stadium. I mean, they even had like standing room only of a party deck that was maxed out. I mean, I didn't even know the Red Hawk Stadium could hold that amount of people.
Yeah.
But it did, and it was ran very well. I mean, and yeah, it was really a great time.
That's really cool. It's cool when Fargo has fun attractions like that. It makes us feel a little bit more like a city opposed to just a town, you know?
Yeah, I would say that's definitely one of the biggest perks of living here. Even for a guy that I lived in Grand Forks for a couple of years, and the difference between Fargo and Grand Forks to me is just pretty tremendous. It's pretty tremendously large. So yeah, they had the Banana Ball on Friday, and then I actually stopped at the Brantley Gilbert concert on Saturday.
Okay.
Which, little disappointed. I thought it was a lighter turnout than I think everyone was hoping. Not sure if that was a factor of rain, being it was the weekend. You know, we've debated on that topic of what's the best day to host a concert. And I think the more I'm going to these, I really think in the summertime, I think Thursday is the best day to do it. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody goes to the lake. Everyone goes camping. Everyone goes to the lake. Everyone has stuff going on to where like a Thursday, granted, you have to work the next day, or most people do, but at least everyone is still in town. And a lot of people I feel do half days on Friday in the summertime. And it's like, if we go out Thursday night, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you kind of know you're like, I can limp my way through Friday morning.
Sure.
So, I mean, even just looking at like the upcoming events that they have, you know, John Party, who obviously I think is a bigger act than Brantley Gilbert, but I mean, they are like beyond sold out for that deal. And it's like you talked about, it's like you just know everybody's going to be in town.
Yep.
Even if it's a crappy weekend, I still think a large majority of people are at the lakes anyway. So it takes away from that fan base on a Friday and a Saturday. So, I mean, it was a little bit light of a turnout. He put on a great show. I will give him that. I'm not like a huge Brantley Gilbert fan, but he had a lot of energy. And have you ever watched a performer that like you can just tell they don't care? Like they're not really trying.
That was him?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying
I was going to say, that kind of surprises me.
I'm saying he was the opposite of that. Like, I've seen shows where I felt like guys didn't care, and he was like the other end of the spectrum. I mean, hollering and yelling, and I think he played a freaking like encore. You know? I mean, it's dark, half the crowd's gone by then, but he was still just like rocking out.
Did he do any speeches? Like any like, America used to be like this and now we're like that. Like, did he like do anything like that? Because there's a few of these artists that I hate when they do that. Like whether you're left, right, middle, whatever. I hate when artists do their speeches. It bothers me so much. Did he do that?
You're like, bro, we're just paying you to
Dude,
sing.
Please sing. I'm so sorry, but like I don't really care your political views.
You know, I think he kind of avoided that, thankfully.
Really?
Well, and I should clarify here too. So this is the first year that I have seen Dive Bar's patio or Dive Bar's bar open during the concert. So they have that glass garage door. So we actually were going in and out of Dive Bar. So we were getting drinks. We sat on the table there for a while. So as the portion of the show that I watched, I did not catch any speeches. If he did, I probably would have walked back into Dive Bar and posted up at a table.
Gotcha. When you went to, you were at that Chris Cagle, right?
Yes.
We were both there at the same night at Ribfest. And I don't know if you caught it, but Chris Cagle, like second song, he's like, America needs to do this. And me and my friends just look at each other and we're like, oh my gosh, here we go. And he went on like a 5-minute rant about people taking away his rights. And we're like, bro.
Just huge eye rolls from everyone in the crowd.
Please, nobody feels bad for you right now. Just sing your song.
I love it. No, it was a great show. I'm thrilled Fargo's continuing to bring stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited for John Party. That'll be
a lot of fun.
That will be the next big one here.
I don't have any tickets. You can get me tickets?
Hey, you know what? You might know a guy.
Okay, good.
Talking just a touch on statewide news, just because this gets a little political here, but it's too exciting to not bring up. Whether or not you love Trump, hate him, anywhere in the middle, doesn't matter. The fact that a sitting president is coming to the state, I think is cool news regardless.
Cool. Yep.
I think you know a little bit more about this than me. You even mentioned you knew somebody that was going.
Yeah.
What the heck? How in the world did somebody swing into that?
I don't know. They got that Theodore Roosevelt Library that's opening up, and I know Doug Burgum was involved with the building of that. And Trump's supposed to be coming in a few weeks. Is it on the 3rd or the 2nd or the 3rd?
It's got to be.
Yeah. In a few days, he's supposed to fly in this weekend, and apparently he's flying in on a new like aircraft. Did you see that article as well?
I did see that. It was like a gift from Qatar, like a $400 million. I don't know nothing about that, but it looked pretty spectacular.
Yeah, but apparently it's like this new Air Force One, and he's supposed to be flying in, and I think he's going to be here for 2 or 3 days in Medora.
Wow.
For that library, and they're doing a big dinner, and he's going to be there, and yeah, there'll be a couple hundred people sitting along with him that might get to meet him too. So it's pretty neat.
That is pretty awesome there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I can say I'm like a big fan of from a guy that probably hasn't read a book since 8th grade.
Right.
But, that is cool. It's kind of a historical deal. I saw that a guy, a pretty large CEO, Ken Griffith, donated $25 million towards it.
That's crazy.
So I'm assuming he'll probably fly in on a private jet and be sitting next to Trump alongside down there.
Who is it that donated that?
His name was Ken Griffith. He's the CEO of a company. I believe it was called like Citadel.
Gotcha.
I don't know exactly what it did, but I believe he was a billionaire.
Gotcha.
So that $25 million might have just bought him a spot next to the president to shake hands and, kind of pat ourselves on the back.
It's just a tax write-off. He was going to burn that money anyway. So
talking about guys, the other guy that was going to be there because they built it. I thought that was fascinating. Rick Berg, who we had on our podcast, they built the library.
Yep.
That's an insane honor to be part of something. Yeah, to be part of something that massive. So I'll imagine he'll be sitting there. He'll probably have a picture of Trump too, holding up the thumbs up.
That's right. And we're friends with him.
We're
like best friends with Rick Berg. Rick Berg's like our guy. So.
We should have gotten tickets from Rick Berg. What were we thinking?
Well,
here?
He texted me, Joseph, and he was like, "Do you guys want to come?" And I was like, I think I'm gonna pass. Like I've already met Trump and stuff, so it's
yeah. I'm pretty busy that weekend.
I'm actually busy. Yeah.
Any other weekend,
I'll be getting Star Spangled hammered on my pontoon. So
I love it. Well, I'm excited. It's gonna be a great 4th of July. Tell me real quick before we end. Are you headed to the lake? Quick plans.
Yep, I think we're gonna leave Thursday. We're saying screw it. I'm done. Don't call, don't text.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
unless one of your houses is burning down, you don't exist.
Don't call me.
I'm in very similar vibes. It's kind of weird. I have 2 flip houses going on this week.
Okay.
So we are kind of ramrodding through some of like the initial demo work, the stuff that you can't really mess up on. So we're kind of ripping some of those deals apart and kind of just getting it to the point so when I come back, we can kind of start with a fresh slab.
Yeah.
But I'm same as you, headed to the lake. That's pretty good going Thursday. I might run down Friday morning, just depending on the weather. It's looking iffy now. 5 days ago when I looked at the 10-day, it was showing 80 and 90. And I was like, I'm all in. It's going to be the best weekend ever. And I didn't even want to look at the app because I didn't want to make myself upset. But I looked last night, and of course, 50-60% chance of rain on Friday and Saturday.
Damn it.
So I don't know if that means just spotted showers. I don't exactly know. I'm hoping it's nice enough that we can pop out on the water and at least dry enough you can light some fireworks off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you got a rain shower and it ruins the show, like that's a bummer.
Are you a big firework guy? Do you go all out for the 4th?
I'm thankful I have friends that they actually do it. I don't have to spend any money. I just get to kind of watch, but I would say I do love a good show.
Same. I love watching. I just can't spend like $500 and just blow it up. I can't.
You're watching $100 bills explode in the air.
I can't do it.
But sitting there with a nice cracked beer, or honestly, at night when that sun goes down, it'll be a whiskey diet. But watching fireworks explode, I'm like, yep, this is America right here, baby.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm all for it. Well, have yourself a phenomenal weekend, Ben. We'll recoup after.
All right, buddy.